And guys, of course, today is going to be based on visualization as well as paradigms. And guys, I just wanted to, in this particular live, talk about society and how you navigate through society, how society treats you. Is society treating you well? What's your interpretation of society? And among other things, I feel that there's a massive importance in being treated well, being treated good, in good fashion, and visualizing the way in which you want to be treated. And if you realize that, within a certain paradigm, you're not being treated in the way in which you would like to be treated, then that rings alarms. It rings alarm bells, and it's something for you to acknowledge, something for you to take, certain action, or take a certain action with, or just more or less just point out. And I think that that's massively important. The way in which society treats you, it could be, this could be one individual. You need to, you really need to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what's really going on. Sometimes, or most of the time, so that you can rebuild a certain level of integrity. No one deserves to be treated in any type of way that's not, humane. And if you do find yourself being treated in a way in which is not humane, then, you know, more times out of 10, you need to ask yourself questions. You need to start asking yourself questions. Is that the way that you want to be treated, you know, throughout your life? And if the answer is no, then you have to start making certain decisions. And that's not to say that you need to compromise yourself, but at the same time, it is to say that you do have to start making decisions, relevant decisions. Um, bear with me just a sec, guys. Um, yeah, so guys, in all fairness, it's just about being able to decipher these type of things and decipher them quickly, so that you're able to get back on, your 2 feet and move through society well. Don't let anything or anyone dictate the way in which, you know you deem to be, because the way in which you deem to be is most probably right, or being good, or being humane, and remaining in good faith. And so, yeah, guys, I can't stress it enough. You need to, in this season, really navigate through society well. Um, whether you're not in a relationship, whether you're in a relationship with somebody, whether it's just you and you're focusing on, a business plan, or you're focusing on, something that's going to elevate your life. You need to be well in yourself. You need to be well with yourself, because that's what's gonna um elevate you. It's gonna elevate you a lot. So yeah, guys, don't stress. Don't panic. I actually learned that off of one of my good friends. and yeah, it's such a good slogan, because you don't want to be stressing or panicking over things that you can control, over things that you can get, you know, into in line. Yeah, so just try your best to navigate through things. Don't allow, you know, anyone to overshadow you. um you know, if you're a extroverted, outgoing person, be that person, you know, um because, you know, you only live once. don't don't put yourself in a situation where you're allowing a certain situation to overshadow the type of person that you are, and that's, you know, you're not allowing yourself to, let's just say, enjoy the fruits of life properly, you know. um really focus on that this season. focus on um Focus on literally being the best version of yourself. You know, I got note of a certain situation that was going on, and, you know, this person, they couldn't cope in, you know, their relationship, and it put them in a negative standpoint, in a negative way. And, you know, it's most of the time just about focusing on you. Although you're in a relationship, there is still space and areas to focus on yourself and how you as a person navigate through life. And so it's important to be able to, you know, to focus on these things. A relationship is quite self-explanatory. You know, being in a relationship is very, very self-explanatory, you know. Is that you remain faithful to the person that you're with, and you move from that type of area. And so, you know, if there's traumas within that, then you need to look into a few things on from a psychological standpoint. Um, I mean, if these things are extremely bad, then yeah, you might have to start reconsidering a few things. Not every single calculation is correct, and so you might just need to start refocusing, you know, uplifting, rethinking, and refocusing on what it is you want out of life, because, or what it is you want, you know, um, out of the relationship or relationships that you're, sorry, the relationship that you're in. So yeah, guys, don't want to keep you anyway for too long. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys did like or enjoy this live, please hit the subscribe button. It goes a long way. Hit the like button as well. Um, and guys, if you haven't, drop a thanks on the video as well. Goes a long way. And guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Take care. Peace.